You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for October 30th, 2023. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Just announced, Iron Maiden are bringing the Future Past World Tour to the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts on November 6, 2024. Tickets go on sale this Friday, November 3rd at 10 a.m. There's a DCU Center pre-sale that starts on Thursday, November 2nd at 10 a.m. Use the code 24IRNMDN. The Milwaukee Bucks tapped Flav O Flav to perform the national anthem ahead of the team's home game against the Atlanta Hawks on Sunday. During his performance, the Public Enemy co-founder appeared center court, took a deep breath, and delivered an a cappella version of the anthem. Flav O Flav posting on X saying the anthem was a long-time bucket list item. That was fun. I can't live my life worried about what people might say about me. I won't let that stop me from trying new things and doing things that I want to do. Some people might not like it, but a sure failure is if you stop trying. Rob Zombie was forced to cancel his concert on Saturday night in Las Vegas, coming down with laryngitis. He was set to perform at the Backed Theater at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino as part of his 3-day Halloween hootenanny run of dates with Alice Cooper. Scuff Gaming has announced that they have joined forces with Avenged Sevenfold to celebrate the release of the band's latest album, Life Is But a Dream. The result is a pair of exclusive, must-have controller bundles that every diehard gamer that also listens to Avenged Sevenfold will want to get their hands on. Lead singer M. Shadows acknowledges the importance of gaming in his life and recognizes the edge that a Scuff controller in a competitive gameplay has, saying, quote, "Gaming has been an important part of my life since my earliest memories. It was just essential to us that if we're going to compete at the highest level, I wanted to partner with Scuff specifically because when you need to drop a shot or move your hand off the controller, you're at a disadvantage if you're not using a Scuff controller." Over the weekend, the Foo Fighters returned to Saturday Night Live. It was their first appearance since the March 2022 passing of drummer Taylor Hawkins. The band has now performed 9 times on Saturday Night Live. Christopher Walken made a guest appearance on the show, introducing the band's first performance and saying it correctly. The band performed 2 songs, including their lead single, Rescued. The second performance, the song The Glass, featured Her. Dave Grohl also appeared in 2 of the skits on the show. One was called Lake Beach, the other Airplane. You can check out the performances and the skits on YouTube. Motley Crue guitarist John 5 is now streaming his new single, The Ghost. The single was inspired by John 5's recent custom Fender Stratocaster, also named The Ghost. This song called The Ghost pretty much is about my guitar that came out earlier this year, he said. The guitar is, to me, the perfect guitar. It has everything. Looks, durability, amazing sound. So the only thing I could do is create a song that shows it in all of its glory. In June, Paul McCartney revealed that he had recorded what he called the Beatles' last song, made with the help of AI software. He also said that the track would be released sometime this year. And now the Beatles' final song, Now and Then, is coming out on November 2nd at 10 a.m. The single will be issued digitally and as a double A-side single. You'll be able to get it on 7-inch and 12-inch vinyl and cassette. It'll be backed by the band's first single, 1962's Love Me Do. A 12-minute documentary about Now and Then will precede the song on November 1st. You can watch the trailer online. After shelving Now and Then for decades, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr revisited the project after working with director Peter Jackson on the Get Back documentary. Jackson and his sound team devised a method to isolate John Lennon's vocals from the original tape with the help of AI. And actor Matthew Perry, famous for playing Chandler Bing on Friends, passed away over the weekend at the age of 54. He was reportedly found unresponsive due to a suspected drowning in his hot tub. Authorities have said no foul play was involved and no drugs were found at the scene. It was reported that prescription medication for depression, anxiety, and COPD were found at home. Matthew Perry had been open about his experiences with addiction, which began in 1997 when he became addicted to pain medication after a jet ski accident. At one point saying that he weighed 128 pounds and was taking 55 Vicodin a day. He previously said he couldn't remember filming several seasons of the show and had spent over $9 million trying to get sober. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 177, featuring Ron Bumblefoot Thal, is available now.
It's time to get your checking account to zero with free checking from PenFed. That's zero ATM fees, zero balance requirements, and zero time spent waiting for your paycheck to direct deposit because you can receive it up to 2 days early. Open your account with just $25 and see how big zero can be. Apply online today at PenFed.org/free checking. Early direct deposit eligibility may vary between pay periods and timing of payer's funding. To receive any advertised product, you must become a member of PenFed, insured by NCUA.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
What does the word mixtape mean to you?
It was an art form.
Trying to woo them with my fantastic and eclectic taste in music.
If somebody gave you a mixtape, you felt like you really meant something to that person.
Mixtape to me is love.
My Weekly Mixtape is a podcast that takes the classic mixtape approach to building a modern playlist. I'm your host, Brian Colburn. Tune in to hear themed playlist curations.
No one in the history of anyone should ever put Pantera after Derek and the Dominoes, but here we are.
This is going to be the weirdest playlist ever created, and I love it.
One-on-one sit-downs with the artists that made our mixtape special in the first place.
It's Bill Gibson with Huey Lewis in the News.
I'm Art from the band Everclear.
This is Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
This is Frank Turner, and good Lord, you've made the right choice today.
And so much more. My Weekly Mixtape is a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Listen now at myweeklymixtape.com or by searching My Weekly Mixtape wherever you listen to podcasts.